Fresh ginger root. Oh, so good for you, so healthy, so easy to work with. Many of you may have any number of gadgets for ginger. About the easiest way to peel ginger is a spoon. About any kind of peeler takes too much of the ginger off, in my opinion. And the ginger closest to the edge is typically the softest and it has the most juice. So if you're after that really juicy ginger flavor, I don't want to scrape a bunch of it off with a peeler and leave it on the cutting board. And then run your ginger right down the grate. And what you'll end up with is all this grated ginger and all the liquid. We got all the juice, everything we need for our dish. So I'm going to capture that right into this bowl. Well, what I'm after here is I want the crunch. I want that crunch in the spring roll. And I want the different textures between the soft noodles, the crab, and the vegetables. So they're a little bit thicker. KB just by design. I want that snap. I want that little mouth snap. If you want to use grated carrot in your spring roll, that's fine too, but often this will get a little mushy. The texture's not as good. So this works fine. In the sauce, what we're after is that nice, we want it to deteriorate and kind of break down in the sauce, but in the spring roll itself, it's totally your preference. West Coast folks think that cilantro is the top and coriander is the bottom, but indeed they are the same plant. But the coriander seed, if you go to England, they don't have anything as cilantro. They just call it all coriander seed, stalk to top. But the coriander seed grows in the greens on the top in this country, and in some Latin American countries it's called cilantro. It's the same thing. It's like thinly sliced meat. The thinly sliced meat you get more flavor out of because there's a little more oxygen on it. Brings out all those great flavors. It does. And think about it. It's oxygen. What's happening is it's actually started to get a little oxygen on the surface of the product, and you get a little more flavor out of it. It's changing the chemistry of it. Nope. Big old hunk of meatloaf's not bad either, but think of all the surface area in it, right? This is probably as traditional core as there is with the cilantro, the mint, some sort of romaine or cabbage, and cucumber. Okay. But beyond that.
So is there like an Americanized spring roll? Because I'll eat them at more chain, like big bowl.
Fried. No. Yeah. That's the Minnesotan spring roll. Stick it on a stick in front. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, rice papers fry so cool. They turn like cellophane. They almost clear. It's a very cool concept. But American spring rolls.
The Americanized version is shrimp and just regular veggies, not as because it doesn't seem to have as much herbs.
I think they don't use the herbs because of cost, of price.
That is probably, other than the crab, is your ingredient. But to me, it's the herbs that make the spring rolls at home. Absolutely. And like I said, if you're not restricted to a particular herb, if it can be any herb, then you pick the freshest thing in your garden. Now the herbs that go in a spring roll, the two that you can use any herb that you like. You can use any fresh herb that you have in your garden. The two flavors that I really like together are cilantro and mint. Mint's the unexpected one. Often you go and you get a spring roll somewhere, you'll get the mint in it because it's that bright spring, summer pop flavor. I love the
Trinity of spring rolls.
Holy Trinity.
Cilantro, basil, and mint.
Yeah.
And you can use Thai basil, which is way more anise flavored, has a lot.
Yeah. Thai basil looks like regular basil, except it has a purple stem and it has a little sawtooth edge along the edge of the leaf. Otherwise, it looks the same as a basil shape. But this, it's almost peppery. It's so licoricey, so anisey that it almost comes across as a little pepper on the tongue. It's a great flavor. So the herbs, but you could also use sage. You could also use lemon, pineapple sage we had in the garden last year. You can use lemon thyme, just about anything you want. But leafy, bright green leafy, what we're after too is you want that color. Because the rice papers are white, the noodles are white, the crab is white. So this is all the color, the pop in the center. Because we want it to not only taste great, we want it to look awesome, right?
Spring.
Yes. Smell like spring, taste like spring, yep.